What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at the 5 most deadliest spells in the wizarding world. Now spells can be used to do a number of things such as summon objects directly to you, levitate, create light, some being more dangerous than others. Today we're going to be looking at the 5 deadliest spells. Unbreakable Vow. The Unbreakable Vow is a spell that basically puts a binding magical contract between two, individuals. It basically is a seal that the person will commit to everything in the contract, and if the contract is broken by either person, it will result in, the immediate death of whoever broke it. In the Half-Blood Prince, Snape took this contract to protect Draco and also to carry out the task if Draco fails. If he were to break this contract at any given point, he would have died. Like when Harry used Sectum Sempra on Malfoy, if Snape hadn't come in and saved Malfoy and he bled to death, Snape would have died as well. Instances like this really show how dangerous the Unbreakable Vow is. Fiend Fire. Fiend Fire is a very deadly and very difficult to control spell. It unleashes a creature made entirely of fire that will consume everything in its path. This spell is often associated with the dark arts, and only the darkest wizards are known to use it. Gregory Goyle used this against the trio in the Room of Requirement when they were searching for the diadem. In the book it was Crabbe. However, he was kind of dropped from the film due to legal issues. The spell actually takes the form of creatures and will consume everything it touches in flames, making the spell very deadly. And like I said earlier, the spell is very difficult to control, hence why it's number 4. Crucio, the Torture Curse. Crucio is actually known to be able to cause excruciating pain to the target. The pain in the book was actually described as being worse than 1,000 white-hot knives boring into the skin. The whole purpose of the curse, as one of the unforgivable curses, is to torture the target, causing them immense pain. While the spell hasn't been proven to kill, as we don't know of any examples where it actually killed someone, the worst we've seen it do is send someone into permanent insanity, as we saw with Neville's parents, who now live at St. Mungo's Hospital. In the game, however, the Cruciatus Curse is known to be able to kill. Death Eaters often use these on their enemies during both Wizarding Wars, and would often use them against Muggles too. Avada Kedavra, the Killing Curse. Avada Kedavra is obviously one of the most deadliest spells in the Wizarding world. The sole purpose of it, it pretty much just kills the target. It doesn't cause any pain or anything. Its sole purpose is just to kill and leave the last look of expression on their face. Death Eaters often use this spell a lot during the First Wizarding War. Avada Kedavra is known to be unblockable, meaning no shield charm or anything can shield you from it. The only way you can avoid it is by jumping out of the way and dodging it normally. To this day, Harry Potter is the only known person to ever survive Avada Kedavra. In the films, it's often assumed that Ginny also blocked Avada Kedavra. However, this is a misconception because the spell she actually blocked was blue, not green. So that wasn't Avada Kedavra. In the book it was, however in the film it wasn't because the spell was blue in the film. Sectum Sempra. In my opinion, Sectum Sempra is probably the most dangerous spell in the Wizarding world. This is a lesser known spell because it was actually invented by Snape, and it wasn't really actually in common knowledge like every other spell here. However, its effects, in my opinion, are far more deadly than Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra just kills you instantly and painlessly. Sectum Sempra, on the other hand, basically creates an invisible sword that slashes the target, causing them to bleed out and probably die. So the death from Sectum Sempra would be much slower and much more painful. Harry used this spell on Malfoy when he tried to attack him in the bathroom, and if it weren't for Snape using a counter curse, Draco would have probably died. Hence, given the spell's nature, it's pretty clear that this spell is the most deadliest spell. But anyway, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think are the most deadly spells in the Wizarding world. And I'll see you next time. Bye!